lessons tí wọ́n tán Ìjọba darí kíráùdà tó kú jọ sí o. Wọ́n jẹ́ nísẹ̀yìn o sẹ́mọ̀ o.
Bàbá gbàgede sí òsì kí lẹ wá ń ṣe.
Tó ń gbọ́ pé Nàìjíríà ṣe independence.
Omi ìnira nìyẹn.
Ìwọ ló wí bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
Ọlọ́run ní ní wá lára o.
Àbí omi ní rárá gbà yé ìjọ omi ní rárá o. Ẹ̀wọ̀ Olúwa o, bá gbé òkè látàjọ. Olúwa o, ọ̀yà ká bẹ̀rù o.
Iṣẹ́ ń bá bàbá Tinubu yọ̀. Àbí báwo kọ́ Nàìjíríà. Ọlọ́run.
Wọ́n ti kọjá o. Passport lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe àwọn àwọn ọjọ́. Ogun ti dé. Wọ́n fún ẹ. Orí wa o. Wọ́n ò tún sí ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì tó bá ṣe tán. Òyìnbó wá ní. Kì í ṣe ẹjọ́ àwọn Bìrìtìkó rárá.
Àbá mo fọ́ fún jò yìí yìí o. Ó yá. Eba. Eba.
Ẹ bá gbé bàbá Tinubu lò.
Ọlọ́run.
Kọ́ gbé kéèkì wá o. Kọ́ wá láti bàjẹ́. Kọ́mọ Nàìjíríà má lè ràrìn kan fàdàlà fàlàlà níjọ́ o. Kókó ọ̀rọ̀ rí gbé ẹ wò ó. Independence wa ẹ ò sọ fún wa kó òmìnira lè tó lógun pẹ̀lú civilian ni mo ń bá wí ẹni yóò tó ti lè jó lórí rí ibi tẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ wà dèrè o adúpẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa wọ́n tún gbà wá ti fún yín Haúsá bá ṣèlú tí ò dán mọ́rán tí ò bá ara mu bí Ìgbò bá ṣèlú tí ò dán mọ́ ṣé ká ní. tàbí ìjọba ní Ghana wọn wá bá wa ṣe ó sọ tó tọwọ ẹ̀rírí o mo taka sórí Nàìjíríà káwa wálé. Giant of Africa náà mọ̀ wá o ojú ọba ti tiwa o wípé ká dàgbà yà ẹ ò rí wípé ìrèdòdù ni Nàìjíríà ẹ̀rù olújilẹ̀ o kókó ọ̀rọ̀ rí ẹgbẹ́yẹ̀wò ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ pé happy birthday sí Nàìjíríà lánàá òde yìí ó ní Nàìjíríà ń ṣe independence anniversary wa 63 years. The good, the bad and the ugly. Òun náà la fẹ́ gbéyàwó lórí Nàìjíríà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìpè ni mo gbọ́ lánàá táwọn èèyàn pè mí bàbá gbàgede ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ sí independence ní ẹni ẹ ṣàṣe sùúrù tèmi yé mi. Èmi kì í tẹ̀lé rò. Mo máa ń dárin tèmi ni wọ́n máa ń bàtílíọ̀n lèmi àbí wọ́n máa ń bàtàlíọ̀n lẹ́ ń pè. Oníkálukú ló ní style tiẹ̀. Ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé nǹkan kẹ́ jẹ́ àjọ gbé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà yẹ̀wò láti 63 years ago tí wọ́n ti wá fún wa ní independence ní Tafawa Balewa Square nílùú Èkó ní ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n rèsì fúláàgì Nàìjíríà sókè tí fúláàgì Nàìjíríà ń fò lẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ lẹ́lẹ́ lókè ní ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ ní ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ tá a yí national anthem padà sí Nigeria we hail thee, our old and native land. Though tribal tongue may be differ, in brotherhood we stand. Ẹ̀yin bàbá bàbá wa àtẹ̀yin bàbá wa àtàwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, mo rò pé wọ́n á rántí national anthem gbà náà. Bóyá ni ò jẹ́ ń tá a fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn gbà náà. Ìgboyà ló di Arise O Come Patriots. Nígbà tó yá ló di O God of Creation. Gbogbo ẹ̀ orin ìlérí ni fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Àmọ́ n tó yani lẹ́nu ni pé lónìí gbogbo ìlérí yìí ti kúrò ń bẹ̀ o. Gbogbo ń táwọn orin national anthem ń kọ́ wa ó ti yàtọ̀ pátápátá fún àpẹẹrẹ. The first national anthem wa tí mo kọ́kọ́ kà yẹn, Nigeria we hail thee, our old and native land. Though tribe and tongue may be differ, in brotherhood we stand. Sórí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ ibi tí ń ti wọlé nìyẹn. Though tribe and tongue may be differ, I may be Fulani, I may be Yoruba, I may be Igbo, we don't care, in brotherhood we stand. Then not now. Tí kì bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Fulani ò ní máa proof supremacy lórí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó wà Nàìjíríà. Àwọn North ò ní máa ríra wọn bíi supreme everybody Nàìjíríà. Ewúrẹ́ Yorùbá òkú lóhun ò bá àgùntàn ṣe. Àgùntàn àwọn tó kù ló níyà àwọn òbí dúdú látara ṣe sí àtiwá. Everything tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà lénìí, nepotism, sentimental, kí lorúkọ ẹ̀, kí la tó máa ń pè èdè oríṣiríṣiríṣi láti fi kún. Tribalism, ẹ ṣeun mo fẹ́ rántí tribalism. Àwọn tá a fi kún nìyẹn. If it's not from my tribe, you are not from my tribe, ìyẹn ló kú ta dem bá kiri ń sìn. Àti religious bigotry. We don't care before. We were one before. Real one. Kì í ṣe one ẹlẹ́nu nísìn. Wàláì gbogbo àtolóṣèlú àti gbogbo ẹni tó ń pariwo Nigeria is one, orúkọ irọ́ náà pa. Kò dénú ẹnikẹ́ni that Nigeria is one mọ́. We are no more one. Nígbà yẹn a máa sọ pé in kini kan we stand, in divided we fall. Kò jọ mọ́. Division yẹn gangan ó là ń kówó lẹ́sìn. Arise O Come Patriots tá a tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kàǹgbà ẹ̀. A máa sọ ń bẹ̀ pé all the sufferness of our heroes must not be in vain. Ṣó wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́? Do we even have heroes in Nigeria anymore? Both heroes and heroines, all their activities we forgot. Àti gbàgbé, àti jù síbì kan. Àti gbàgbé. Rántí mọ́. O God of Creation. Stanza tó wà nù yẹn náà tó tún promote unity, àtún ti gbàgbé. The pledge ńkọ́? I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest. Irọ́ tó tóbi. 99% office holders are no more loyal, they are no more faithful, they don't have honesty. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be corrupt, stealing the Nigerian property and loot Nigeria and promote corruption. Olóde Kutanka national anthem say. At 63, although Nigeria has its own good, Nigeria has our own good, our own bad, and our own ugly. Let me start from the good of Nigerians since 1960 or from 1960 till date 2023. In totality, I will not be part of those that will write Nigeria off. That kí náà achieve náà láti náà achieve. That is why I want to start with the good. In 1960, ẹ jẹ́ kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti educational sector. In 1960, when we were given independence, Nigeria only had one university, which was University of Ibadan. Today, aside from government universities, Nigeria now have different private universities spread across all over Nigeria. What about professionals? Nigeria has very limited doctors, qualified medical doctors in that 1960. Today, aside from the doctors that are still present in Nigeria, that are living in Nigeria, a lot of doctors are spread across the whole world, most especially UK and US. And I believe, and I'm stand to be corrected, that the population of Nigerian doctors in US today is number 2 compared to that of any other tribe, any other countries that are in America and UK. Nigerians are number 2. Indians are number 1, while Nigerians are number 2. Doctors, qualified medical doctors, resident doctors. Whereas in 1960, it wasn't like that. In 1960, àwọn Shakpara Williams kankan, àwọn nìkan ni wọ́n jẹ́ lawyers tí Nàìjíríà ní 60s. Àwọn péréte a lè kàyé lawyers tí Nàìjíríà ní 1960. But today, Nigeria has different lawyers, both baby lawyers and aged ones. We have SANS, we have qualified lawyers. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọ́n tún prepare láti pe àwọn kan sí bar. Lánàá gbogbo IGR wa nǹkan kan tá láàrin bóyá lójú 1 billion lọ. But lónìí, we are even budgeting trillion as our budget every year. So our revenue, our IGR is more than trillion now. Initially, that 1960, Nigeria was not recognized in any sport in the whole world in 1960 because we were still baby. Nigerians mélòó ló gba laurels, both national and international. Let me say internationally. We were in football, in athletics, in anything, right off Niwa. But today, Nigeria can boast of an individual gold medal in long jump. The then Boya ASP, now retired AC, Chioma Najuwan from Nigerian Police, Atlanta 96. Àìpẹ́ ìnáṣẹ́ no record 7.12 meters. Individual gold medalist. Then the same Nigeria lane again, we have another gold medalist in world championship in athletics. World championship. In fact, world record holder. Aside from gold medalist, she's even a world record holder, and that is Tobi Amusan. Tẹ́bálà on pictures àwọn ẹni ẹ máa bá mi gbé sí. Káyé lè mọ̀ pé Nigerians náà kì í kú ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ la fi bad. Kì í ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ la fi bad. In 1960, Nigeria ò lọ́mọ kankan tó sáré tó win world championship àbí tó win Olympic. But with this short period of time, this lady wrote Nigeria's name in gold, and we became the first Africa tó máa win gold medal ní world championship ní 100 meters hurdles female, the first African country tó máa kọ́ produce world record holder ní 100 meters hurdles, Tobi Amusan ni, and she won gold. And presently ní year yìí bóyá nínú September, she became the first Nigerian to win 3 Diamond League trophy consecutively 3 times, later for 3 years. This same lady, she's in Nigeria. Then in football, a lot of Nigerians has written Nigerians name. A lot of Nigerian footballers has written Nigerian names in international. Osimhen presently became the first Nigerian to be selected among Ballon d'Or nominees in the whole world. Presently her name is there, first 20 or first 10, so to speak. Victor Osimhen. And in female category, what is her name? Mo gbàgbé orúkọ lady yìí, ọmọ Edo yìí, Oshoala Agbabola. Also her name has been selected, has been nominated as one of the Ballon d'Or best selected ones, nominated for Ballon d'Or, to win Ballon d'Or female category this year. She's a Nigerian. And a lot of Nigerians are spread all over the world, although representing another countries, but you will know they are Nigerians, winning laurels, winning medals for different countries. So in terms of sport, Nigeria has written their names in gold. African Footballer of the Year, a lot of times Nigerians has been selected and has won the trophy. The same Oshoala became African Footballer of the Year 5 good times consecutively. 5 good times. Her name has been nominated again. She's a Nigerian. So both continental and intercontinentally, Nigeria are performing brilliantly. In terms of engineering, a lot of engineers has emerged in Nigeria, has been produced in Nigeria. Go to different universities in Nigeria, you see them graduating Nigerians as engineer. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ lánàá, mélòó ni engineers ta ní Nigeria? Then in terms of awards, international recognition, international awards, a lot of Nigerians ló ti gba literature awards, ranging from Baba Wole Soyinka of our own clan, ọmọ Abẹ́òkúta wa, Wole Soyinka Noble Laureate, Chinua Achebe of Nigeria, and many of them like that. In terms of mélòó la fẹ́ dárúkọ, initially Nigeria never had pilots that can fly aircraft since that 1960. But as of today, not only men can fly airlines in Nigeria, not only Nigerian men, but women. We have women pilots in Nigeria that are flying international airlines today. Then in terms of politics, so far so good. Nigeria has been able to maintain, at least to maintain the standard of politics till date in Nigeria. A lot of countries has witnessed a lot of wars and they never rise up again. I will never mention countries because I will mean the fair share one. But lẹ́yìn ìkùkù òjò, oòrùn padà ràn sórí Nigeria ní terms of politics. Lóòótọ́ a ní civil war, after 1960 independence but lẹ́yìn civil war a tún padà dìde a dẹ̀ tún jẹ́ ìlú olókìkí padà so kì í ṣe pé kúkú wá bàjẹ́ fún Nàìjíríà náà bẹ́ẹ̀ these are the good tí mo rántí tí mo lè tún pè wá sí so gba tá a bá sọ pé 1960 63 years of wasted no kò waste kì í kú ṣe pé níbi tá a dá sí Nàìjíríà a náwọn nǹkan tá a lè náwó sí Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe pé you see ẹ jẹ́ kí a criticize constructively kì í ṣe pé gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló wá fi burú do you know how many military regime that succeed ṣẹmọya many military regime since 1963 as I think táwọn agolo rẹsì agbó ìrọsì tí wọ́n ti gbàjọba dórí Abdulsalam for the past 20-something years now láti maintain democracy till date so far àti ní president mẹ́rin tí mi bá ṣì látàyè Ọbásanjọ́ 1999 to 2003 to 2007 followed by Yaradua followed by Goodluck Jonathan followed by the last president which is Buhari then the current president which is Tinubu 5 consecutive times láti gbé ìjọba kan fún ìjọba kan ní democracy. Nigeria has never had it so smooth like this so far but since 1999 till date we have been maintaining that status quo as a democratic government in Nigeria. So that is an achievement. That is the good. Lagos State as an example, it happens to be the seat of power before since that 1960. Not until 1992 or 93 tí Babangida gbé seat of power lọ sí Abuja. Lagos State wasn't so developed like this before and then 1963 1960 kìíní kan yẹn Lagos State wasn't as developed as this. Bá mi play Lagos State ìgbà yẹn káyé rí kẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà náà develop kì í ṣe bá develop. The development might not be so wide like that of Dubai, like that of France of the world, but at least sí lójú kan bí tarọ ẹ wo Èkó 1960s. Ṣé pé kò ṣe wá sí ní so gba tá sọ pé 63 years of wasted rárá initially Lagos State was like this then 1967 ó lẹ́wọ̀ yẹn bí kò ṣe rí nígbà yẹn nìyẹn most of inú igbó nígbà yẹn they now become ìgboro nísìn ẹ lọ Márọ̀kọ́ ẹ lọ Marina ẹ lọ gbogbo àwọn ọbẹ̀ ẹnu omi lásán ni wọ́n gbà náà lẹ́nìí ńkọ́ wọ́n ti dìgboro wọ́n ti dìlú ńlá kì í ṣe kò nìkan Abuja was thick forest before bí Zambisa forest l'Abuja ṣe rí go to Abuja today Abuja has the biggest estate in Africa lẹ́nìí Gwarimpa estate níbi tó tóbi dé ó dá ní local government yẹn lọ́tọ̀ ni èyí tẹ́ gba Abuja ẹja mi nírọ́ Gwarimpa was voted the biggest estate in West Africa lẹ́nìí pé estate yo the biggest Gwarimpa estate ni l'Abuja ń bẹ it has its own local government níbi tó tóbi dé phase 1 to 10 lòun nìkan ní ibi tí mo ti gbé rí ni so kì í ṣe pé kò sí developmental project ní Nàìjíríà no ẹ wo àwọn channels ta fi rìn tẹ́lẹ̀ they were not as beautiful as this before. Àwọn bóyá one lane tí mọ́tò kan máa bọ̀ níbi tí kan máa lọ tí wọ́n máa dúró dera wọn la ń lò tẹ́lẹ̀ as at 1960 but today a ti rí ọ̀nà 6 lanes 10 lanes tó wà Nàìjíríà to show you that we are developing. I will not say developed, we are developing. Then tẹ́ bá wo rails àwọn railways láyé àtijọ́ ní tatakùkù là ń lò tí ó máa yẹ sí pòpòpòpòpò lẹ́ni àti ilẹ̀ electric train. Go to Lagos State, you see blue rail now. So we say Nigeria is not developing. We are developing, but gradual development. Nto defa a song batabade the bad àti the ugly. So kìkú ṣe pé kú náà pátápátá, kìkú ṣe pé àárín nǹkankan náwó sí. But we are developing at a snail pace. O náà ni development yẹn jẹ́. Then nígbà yẹn our highest currency nígbà náà pounds là ń lò. As at 1973 we changed to naira. Àwa náà di autonomous, wọ́n fún wa l'autonomy káwa náà máa lo naira tara wa. Àgbàgbé nǹkan tó jẹ́ UK pátápátá fine. The highest denomination then was 20 naira. But lónìí our highest denomination is what? 1,000 naira. A lot tí bá ní kí n máa dárúkọ akúkú ti kì í ṣe pé Nàìjíríà náà òkú wa kú bẹ́ẹ̀ bíi tàwọn ìlú kan. Àwọn ìlú kan wà tó jẹ́ pé látìgbà tí civil war ti ṣẹlẹ̀, látìgbà tógun ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nílùú wọn ò jẹ́lù mọ́dèsìn. Tẹ́ bá délùú wọn máa dàbí àjẹkù koríko ni. Barrister fi kọrin. Ó ní mo ti bá wọn dé Liberia rí kókun ó tó dé bí ìlú Amẹ́ríkà òun nílùú wọn jọ o. Nígbà tó gún wọ̀lú wọn ìlú wọn dá ahoro. Ọmọ Liberia wọ́n fẹ́ kú tán o. Tẹ́ bá rí most of them now they just like skeleton, but to God be the glory. Ọlọ́run survive Nigeria. Ó jẹ́ ká sì wà bá ṣe wà yìí. Ó lè nira but still we are still bearing that name Nigeria. Go to different African countries tó ti jagun sẹ́yìn. Some of them won't meet the standard yet till today, but Nigeria is still meeting the standard. So to God be the glory. A lot of developmental project of progression to ban Nigeria. But having said that, the bad. Let me talk about the bad. A lot of the bad overshadow the good. Kò wá jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn rí good rárá ní Nigeria. As soon as we were given independence, dollars was lingering, was kangarooing, looking at our own naira. Ó ń garùn báyìí wo owó wa níbi tó kéré dé torí pé about $2 ló ṣe ra $1 tiwa nígbà náà. Pound sterling kò lè halẹ̀ mọ́ náírà wa ńgbà náà. We were very standard nígbà yẹn economically, to the extent that nígbà tó tẹ̀ tó wá discover petrol tó di pa wọ OPEC countries táwa náà tún jẹ́ ẹni tó import tó export epo kí á pa àti kó foreign currency wọlé. Náírà wa wá ní agbára sí gan. But kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí tó fi jẹ́ pé 1-to-1 ló dá 1,000 naira to $1 now, a greatest taboo. Olórin kan ní sweetest taboo ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí country lọ́wọ́ ń sìn. A 63 years old child is no more a child. Ó ti ń lọ grandma tó bá jóbìnrin, ó ti ń lọ grandpa tó bá jọkùnrin. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé òun ò lè darí mọ́, àfi kó ń ṣe máa retí káwọn kan gbé igi wá láti ibì kan kó òun wá fi dúró. That is exactly what is happening to this country now. Kí dẹ̀ ló fà àjẹbánu corruption the greatest problem this country is facing is corruption. Nigeria is so unfortunate to the extent that since that 1960, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 leaders that are managers of our wealth la lè náwó sí páwọn eléyìí qualify wọ́n jẹ́ èèyàn rí. Nigeria has been so unfortunate to the extent that gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ managers of our wealth láti gbà yẹn wá, they've always been ruining this country. They've always been disappointing us. They are always the enemy of the progress in this country. Enemy of progress wọ́n máa ń sọ jẹ́. Gbogbo tó wà lẹ́mìí wọn ni kí káwọn dolówó kọ́ di trillionaire. Bóyá méjì mẹ́ta àbí mẹ́rin nínú àwọn the so-called managers starting ní so far that are managing our wealth since that 1960 la lè náwó sí bóyá mẹ́rin àbí márùn-ún la lè náwó sí pé àwọn eléyìí wọ́n wẹ̀ wọ́n yan kọ̀ọ̀kan. Most of them ò dẹ̀ kí n pẹ́ bóyá 6 months maximum 6 months 1 year maximally 2 years. Wọn ò pẹ́ rárá. Tí wọn bá pa wọ́n nǹkan kan á ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn. So láti ilẹ̀ nílùú ìtìjẹ́lù tí ò láìkò tọ́. Láti ilẹ̀ nílùú ìtìjẹ́ pé ìlú tó jẹ́ pé ọ̀tẹ̀ la fi ń rúlù. Láti ilẹ̀ nílùú ìtìjẹ́ pé despite the fact pé à ń kọ́ lórin don't try bantam maybe the divine brotherhood we stand. Láti ilẹ̀ ló ti jẹ́ pé we are not standing in brotherhood. In division we fall. In brotherhood we stand, in running we don't stand. We hate ourselves. Láti ilẹ̀. And politicians created that channel. They created that avenue for us to be hating ourselves. Igbo hate Hausa, Hausa hate Fulani, Fulani hate Yoruba. That is how we've been living our life. We hate ourselves to the core. But let's meet outside. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé níta. Ìgbà ilẹ̀ máa rí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá àwa ní divide ìgbà yẹn láàmà sọ pé brother mi ni sister mi ni bá a ṣe ń ṣe káàkiri láwọn ìlú òyìnbó when we meet ourselves in abroad kí ló dé tá kí n gbé wá sí Nàìjíríà wá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. When we get here we divide ourselves, when we get outside we become friends, we become family. Ó di kó máa pe brother mi sister mi wọn ò mọ́ra rí o ọwọ́ kan jọ sọ Yorùbá ni wọn ò mọ́ra rí o ọwọ́ kan jọ ní green passport lọ́wọ́ as Nigerian ni wọ́n máa protect common goals ara wọn. Bí àbá fẹ́ dọmọ Nigeria kan other Nigerians ló máa dìde mọ́ because they've seen themselves as one, but we cannot translate that to Nigeria when we get here. We start dividing ourselves. Yíbo máa ma sọ fún ẹ pé òun ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá, Yorùbá máa sọ pé òun ò like Ìjẹ̀bú, Ìjẹ̀bú máa ma sọ pé Ẹ̀gbá ni kò dá, Ẹ̀gbá máa sọ fún ẹ pé Ọ̀yọ́ ni kò bójú mu. That's how we live our life here, and that is why our development that is happening to us is in a retrogressive way. Bí Yíbo débẹ̀ bó ṣe máa jábọ́ ni Haúsá máa wá, bí Yorùbá débẹ̀ bó ṣe máa jábọ́ ni Yíbo ṣe máa wá, bí Fúlàní débẹ̀ bó ṣe máa jábọ́ ni àwọn òwà yẹn ó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa ni the first thing. Then a nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú yìí rárá, a kò fẹ́ ìlú ìsẹ́mi rárá. Gbogbo àwọn managers wa most of them have failed us. They failed that country. When they were giving us independence, ìgbà tán fún wa ní independence inú gbogbo wa ń dùn. Bó tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n yẹ pàwọ́ tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ya àti ìdàyé èmi ṣe ìrọ̀jò lọ́rùn àti ìdàyé àwọn ò tí ìdàyé gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ táwọn tó ṣojú sọ fún wa pé they were all happy. Dádì mi láwọn kó àwọn ọmọ school jáde wọ́n lọ kọrin wọ́n lọ pàdé queen wọ́n lọ jójú kínní láì mọ̀ pé ohun tó wà lẹ́yìn ọ̀fà ó ju òjé lọ. Àwọn tó gbéjọba lé lọ́wọ́ ń gbà yẹn, àwọn tí wọ́n jàjà òmìnira fún wa ń gbà yẹn, gbogbo wọn pápátá ni kò sí lẹ́mìí wọn pé káwọn lè di billionaire. The sick of the world, the Awólọ́wọ̀ of the world, kí náà pé bàbá nọ́ọ̀tì Sir Amadu Bello of the world, gbogbo àwọn tó jàjà yẹn àwọn òkó ti ẹbọ àǹkóòs wọn jàjà yẹn nítorí wípé wọ́n fẹ́ di olówó, wọ́n fẹ́ dọlọ́rọ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ dolókìkí. No, they wanted their names to be written in gold, and they were totally sincere with the freedom of Nigeria. They want Nigerians to be independent. Wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú yẹn tẹ̀mítẹ̀mí, wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìlú yẹn gba òmìnira ní tòótọ́ kúrò lọ́wọ́ ìjọba amúnisìn. Torí pé àwọn kàwé wọ́n ti rí tó yẹ kéèyàn rí, ojú wọn ti là. Wọ́n ti rí pé ìyànjẹ ni tí UK ń ṣe, táwọn Europe ṣe fún wa. Àwọn ìjọba amúnisìn tí wọ́n mú àwọn British, wọ́n ti rí pé ìyànjẹ ni tó ń ṣe fún wa. Ká ṣe kankan, God bless that queen, ká ṣe kankan, God bless lórílẹ̀-èdè wa. Wọ́n wá wò pé eléyìí ò bójú mu. Wọ́n kóra wọn jọ, wọ́n jà fún 50s náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ó succeed in 60. Wọ́n fún wa ní independent. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ rí báwọn ará bí yẹn ṣe ṣe. Awolowo was once Western Region Premier. Nígbà tó jọ lórí, arígbó ṣe túnlù ṣe, arígbó yẹ ṣe gbogbo nǹkan. Olóbi kí ló ń pe University Ìbàdàn Teaching Hospital, olóbi OAU Ifẹ̀. Dáadáa tó ṣe lóbi ló sọ ọmọ Nàìjíríà dẹ̀ ní wòtẹ́lì, ló sọ Áfíríkà dẹ̀ ní wòtẹ́lì. Kò sínú Áfíríkà tó rí tẹlifíṣàn rí tẹ́lẹ̀, a lè rí lábúrọ̀dù bẹ̀, kò sílẹ̀ Áfíríkà rí. WNTV olóògbé wa, olóògbé hospital wa, free health services oríṣiríṣi, free education, nítorí pé ó mìn dáadáa fún ìlú yìí gbà yẹn. Ó rí, Nigeria started to become unfortunate láti ìgbà tó lógun bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tojúbọ̀ tó pa àwọn olóòótọ́ dànù. Ológun bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní tojúbọ̀, ó di pé wọ́n gbàjọba. They introduce Nigerians to corruption. Ẹnu wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wò pé àṣẹ àti ẹ̀lẹ́jọ owó kó ká jí kó gbé. Àwọn èèyàn rò pé so ó possible ká máa ṣe báyìí. Kò wá sẹ́nikẹ́ni tá lè trust mọ́. Kò sẹ́nikẹ́ni tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú yìí mọ́ rárá. Ọmọ aláṣọ ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wọ àkísà, ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jẹ egun. Àwa tó jẹ́ lánàá, àwọn òyìnbó gan wá sáàfù wa. Mo pàdé woman kan ní India, mo fọlọ́run bá búra. Bó ṣe rí mi ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní inú train láti jọ pàdé, mo ti sọ́rí. Bó ṣe rí mi ó kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ Yorùbá sí mi ni. Mo wò pé ó rò lẹ́nu mi immediately pé lára àwọn tó wá teach ní Nàìjíríà rè. Èyí tí mo dẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ padà sọ ní olóòtú teach ní Majob Grammar School. Kí á ló ń dárúkọ àwọn Abẹ́òkúta. À ń lọ láti Mumbai, à ń lọ láti New Delhi lọ sí Mumbai lọ́dún yẹn ni. À ń lọ sí Kọ́kọ́tà ni. Inú train láti pàdé. The woman started Yorùbá fluent. Ó ní 20 years lòun lò Nàìjíríà tóun fi serve. Ó nígbà tó yẹ ọkọ òun náà wá join òun. Ó níbẹ̀ làwọn fi bí first daughter wọn sí. Pé first son and first daughter ibẹ̀ làwọn bí wọn sí. I couldn't imagine. Teacher tó kọ́ èmi ní physical and net education ní class 1, obìnrin ni. Ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ Indian, ọmọ Indian ni, Mrs. Thomas. I've said it times with that number. Ọmọ Ghana ló kọ́ mi ní physics, chemistry àti mathematics. Ghanaian làwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta. Àwọn tó mọ̀ mí ní secondary school mi wọ́n lè jẹ́rìí sí. Where are those people today? They are not even ready. They are no more ready to come here. Ṣáwátà tiẹ̀ tún lọ ṣàtìkó lu wọn. Mọ́mọ́ Nàìjíríà tó wà ní India, go there, you see them there. Tí wọ́n lọ ṣàtìkó nílùú wọn, kò sí country tẹ́lẹ̀ dèmọ́sìn. Kí ló fa jápa? Ọmọ Nàìjíríà wo ló fẹ́ jápa ńgbà tá à ń sọ yìí? Nígbà tí dádì mi kàwé tán labroad, he was offered job. But because he has been employed there before, ó fi iṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ lọ kàwé ní ó dẹ̀ kàwé tán lówó pé èlò ní salary tẹ̀fẹ́ fóun. Wọ́n láwọn compare pẹ̀lú ti Nàìjíríà, wọ́n wò pé èmi máa dúró gbaṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yìí ní UK. Ìtí mo sọ was 83. He came back home. Ó ní kó iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n kọ lẹ́tà sí títí tí wọ́n tún bẹ̀ ó lóun ò ṣe. Iṣẹ́ yín owó tẹ́fẹ́ san yẹn kéré. Ọmọ Nàìjíríà select ni nígbà náà. Then we had it good. Bó bá wà ní university, student affairs wọ́n máa kówé employment jọ rẹpẹtẹ ni. Gbàrà táwọn ológun àkọ́kọ́ dé, wọ́n tojú bọ̀, wọ́n destroy structure Nigeria. From there, corruption started. Corruption started. Wọ́n la olóṣèlú lójú sí corruption. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tó ń jí owó gbé. Nígbà náà, arákùnrin kan gbé owó tẹ́ẹ̀bà gbàgbé ọmọ Haúsá ọmọ nọ́ọ̀tì ni. Wọ́n ń porúkọ ẹ̀ ní Umaru Diko. Ṣé mọ iye jí gbé ńgbà yẹn? Ó gbé dọ̀la o. Kódà red carpet ojú mi náà tún ṣe fi red drug wá pàdé ẹ̀. Wọ́n lójọba kan gbìyànjú láti gbé wá sí Nàìjíríà kó wá jẹ́jọ́, wọ́n padà tún fílẹ̀ náà ni. Báyé ṣe jí owó Nàìjíríà gbé, báwọn olóṣèlú ṣe bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́ àtológun gbà yẹn nìyẹn. Ló fa orin tí mo fi wọlé yẹn. Barrister ti kọ́nsìn láti 1995 The Truth. Mo fẹ́ràn kí mo máa ń tẹ́tí torí pé máa yẹn fi orin ẹ̀ ṣe wá sí. N tó dẹ̀ sọ ń gbà yẹn ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Nàìjíríà sí. Ta wá ní sacred cow, ta ní onítọ̀hún tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ Nàìjíríà dénúdénú tó fẹ́ gbà wá lẹ́yìn kí gbogbo wa padà dojúkọ lọ́hùn. That is the kind of life tá ń lò nílùú yìí. Nígbà tí ayé wà ní tí tá ń ná pound sterling shillings, àrówó ṣe burújí owó yẹn wà, àwọn èèyàn rówó ná. Nígbà ayédáyé náírà owó di ń tàrí mọ́, because it is easier for them to steal billions and still go scot free. Emefiele láìpẹ́ ìlàgbọ́ ní last week wípé ó fẹ́ ṣe bargaining plea of 50 billion. Immediately government tó wà ń bẹ̀ ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé rọ́ ni. Wọ́n láwọn distance ara wọn from it pé kò sí tó jọ o. And I was wondering when I read that article pé wọ́n fẹ́ gba bargaining plea 50 billion, and I begin to ask myself, are you telling me pé owó tí Emefiele gbé just 50 billion ni? Because 50 billion ti di justice. Mo gbọ́ tí mínísítà kan láyé ìgbà kan láìpẹ́ yìí tó sọ pé ó ra aago ọwọ́ 225 million naira. Ó ní what is 225? Why are you shouting? Aago ọwọ́ 225 million. Ó tún wá bí wọ́n pé why are you shouting? What is 225 million? Ní Nàìjíríà yìí. So nísìn everybody ti sọ Nàìjíríà di opportunity. As soon as tó bá ti dé public post, tó ti dé public office, let me be stealing the money. So that is the bad. Now the ugly. The ugly is that Nigerians tó ti wá graduate lọ síbi ká máa gbé fake news, fake gbogbo nǹkan tó ń bàyàn lórúkọ jẹ́, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fa ọ̀tẹ̀. I don't know when we find ourselves here. I don't know when we get here. App oríṣiríṣi ló ti jáde sórí social media tẹ́lẹ̀ download tó jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan máa sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rọ pé òun ló sọ̀rọ̀ òun gbẹ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́nu máa gbọ́ wí ara ọ̀tọ̀ ni tó ń sọ, ọ̀tọ̀ ni tó ṣẹlẹ̀, ọ̀tọ̀ ni tẹ́ máa gbọ́. Ọ̀tọ̀ ni tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ọ̀tọ̀ ni tẹ́ máa gbọ́. The ugly. Bọ́ bá gbé owó ń sìn níbi tó bá yé jẹ́ dé, most especially láyé civilian, tó bá jí owó tówó gbé gan, tó bá ní FCC gbé wọn o, wọ́n ti gbé wọn o kíní kan o, ńgbọ̀n bá pariwo títí tó bá máa fi tó ọdún kan ẹ̀gbọ́n kankan mọ́. Gbogbo tó ń ṣe f'Emefiele yìí, a kàn lè sọ ìjọba tó wà ń tà ń sìn, a mọ̀ bóyá tiẹ̀ máa yàtọ̀ because orúkọ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ náà jọ ń jẹ́. Maybe this one is ready to fight the fight to the core. A lè sọ. Tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, I will be very happy. I've always been trusting in him. Let him prove it to us that we can trust him. Because ìjọba Buhari ṣe jù báyìí lọ níbẹ̀rẹ̀. Bó náà ṣe halẹ̀ rí. Tààrò kò ń bá wa fight for corruption. At the end of the day, his government is adjudged the most corrupt government Nigeria has ever produced so far. This one has started too. My prayer is that kó jásé bùtí ayọ̀. That is my prayer. And I know God can help him out. Because ìjọ wo ló dà? Ṣó dìgbà tá a bá pé 100 ni? ìjọ́ wo ni Dubai bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà? Look at them today. The whole world want to go to Dubai. Lánàá, it was Paris. Everybody wanted to go to Paris yesterday. Today, people are turning back now. They want to go to Dubai. State lásán dẹ̀ ní Dubai lábẹ́ country tó ní state mẹ́fà. Abu Dhabi ní capital wọn. Even Dubai is not even the capital of United Arab Emirates. It is Abu Dhabi. But Abu Dhabi is not as beautiful as Dubai. Dubai is just a state in United Arab Emirates. But the most beautiful state, the most beautiful country, Lenny, go to Dubai. It's adjoined the most beautiful. Ọjọ́ wo náà bẹ̀rẹ̀? Not up to 20 years. To the extent that ọmọ wọn jáde, òun wá fọ́n bú pé yes, Nigeria has everything more than them. And yes, Nigeria has petroleum more than us. Nigeria has petroleum before we discover our own. Nigeria has money before we even have anything. But do you know what we have that Nigeria don't have? We have good managers. And Nigeria don't have good managers. Jọ̀ṣẹ́ fídíò yẹn wà mẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá wà bá mi play. Ọmọ Dubai tó fi wá ṣakọ. Àwa ló yẹ ká wà nípò tá a máa fi gbogbo ayé ṣakọ ní gbogbo ń tọ́ lọ ń dà sílùú yìí. We supposed to be the wealthiest country in the world. Even UK, US, they supposed to be running down to Nigeria. Although indirectly they are feeding on us. Indirectly, they are parasites. I know that. If today Nigeria say no more to America, I know America will suffer. They are stealing from us. UK is stealing from us. All the European and American countries are stealing from Africa. That is why táwọn francophone countries ni wọ́n ṣe ń yarí lẹ́nìí fún France, because they are feeding directly from francophone countries. France is feeding directly from them. Lẹ́nìí ni gbogbo wọn ṣe ń yarí wípé àwọn ò ṣe mọ́ pẹ̀lú wọn. Àwọn developed countries tí gbogbo wa ń gbọ́ yẹn, most of them are feeding directly from Africa. And if Africans can be united, if we can become one, common goal, common currency, common language, common everything, common, I know for sure that kó tó mọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n máa wo Africa lọ́kàn ni. Giant of Africa tó ń pè wá yẹn á wà jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ lóòótọ́. But we need a good manager. Video yẹn nìyẹn bá mi play.
If you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong? When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption.
Baba Tinubu, this is a challenge to you now. I want you to be a right leader. Even if the whole world didn't believe in you, that you'll be a right leader. I know you can. I know you can. I know you can do it. If you're so determined, do you know why I believe in you? Because ẹni agídí kan tó fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn cabals kan rúlùlù yóò lè fi control yín. And they knew it, that they can't control you. And that is why they are against you. That is why they are plotting against your government. That is why they want you out at all cost. That is why they want plant hatred sí yín lára, so that the whole world will hate you. What I know you for is that ẹni agídí ẹni gbà káwọn kàbá control yín. You are one man battalion. You don't subservient to anybody. You have that charisma, I know, and I want you to use it in this governance. Kó jẹ́ pé lẹ́yìn ọdún mẹ́rin ẹ máa yọ Nàìjíríà kúrò nínú mud tàwa. I know you can. Me, I believe in your government. Believe you me sincerely. I believe in it. I believe you have the charisma to do it. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n máa ń pa star, gbogbo àwọn gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì tó máa ń wá àwọn cabals ni. Tọ́mádìrí pọ́wọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ìgbó fẹ́ tún lùsọ́ máa lọ bá ni wọ́n máa ba gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ fún ni. ẹ̀rù àbá òun náà yà súnra kì bí ìgbà pé ìgbín tó ti nà tentacles síta tó yà sáré kórí wọnú. Ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, má kórí wọnú o. Ẹ sọ fọ́mọkùnrin tó sọ̀rọ̀ ní Dubai wípé ẹ̀yin ti yín o, you be a good leader. Leadership tó sọ pé nìyẹn, convince the whole world that you have leaders, that Nigeria now have leaders. Tell the whole world that you have that thing in you. The reason why we voted for you, the reason why we made you president. Tell the whole world that you have what it takes. It is then the whole world will celebrate you. Yẹ̀yẹ́ yín sìn, ó kàn máa da yẹ̀yẹ́ later ni. Mo mọ Nigerians dáadáa, mo mọ Nigerians tí mo ní. Mind wa wà flexible Nigeria. Mind wa wà flexible. Òyìnbó kan ní all men praises is always ephemeral. They will sing Hosanna today, they will still crucify him tomorrow. Crucify him làwọn akọlé nísìnyí. We can start singing Hosanna to you tomorrow if you do what Nigerians request from you, if you do what they require from you, if you do what they want you to do. Before you know it, ẹ kàn rí pé nǹkan máa change ni. Ẹ kàn rí pé even àwọn tó jó lórí ọ̀tá yín wọ́n máa support yín ni. If not so, a sitting government ní America, there is a law to bind anybody fún civil right tó ní. There is a law to bind everybody for civil right. You don't violate anybody's civil right. Nǹkan kan lọ nísìn lórí social media, nǹkan kan lọ lágbàáyé tó jẹ́ pé kò right. You might see me as someone that is supporting the government of the day, but due to what I've said so far, you see me that I don't do bias. I'm not so biased. I'm saying the truth. Èèyàn present a diploma wípé this is my highest certificate, but mo graduate, mo lọ university, but I want to present this diploma as my highest certificate. What else do you want? Ẹ ṣe lọ sílùú òyìnbó, ẹ lọ confirm, ẹ lọ dààmú níbi tó ti lóhùn lọ gba university tó lóhùn ti lọ ṣe diploma, school tó ti lọ school tó publish ẹ, yet èèyàn tún sọ pé dandan university tó lóhùn lọ yẹn àfi kó kàn gbé certificate ẹ̀ jáde aṣáfẹ́rí. Ẹ̀yin òbí di ọ̀tẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe sùúrù, ẹ ṣe sùúrù fún máa yìí now. You either take it or you leave it. Is our president. Nobody has a right lẹ́nìí láti gbé photo president mi sí ara ọ́fíìsì ẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà yìí except Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is what the constitution says. He is the only person the constitution gave the right to the seat of president in Nigeria. So we should be patient with him. Wọ́n bà president wa ní orúkọ jẹ́, gbogbo wa náà dẹ̀ ń yọ̀, ẹ̀yin obedient, gbogbo yín náà yọ̀ inú yín dùn. You people should be patient with him. Èyí tó ṣe yìí wọ́n ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sí Barack Obama rí, orí Barack Obama ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Television education record there. The man told the whole world, I have right to my own personal result. It should never be published. Yes, because I call it full school fees. Ẹgbẹ́ lẹ sanwó iléèwé ẹ̀ náà, ṣáàtìkù ló sanwó iléèwé Tinubu ni. Kí ló dé tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ for education background education record there? Why is he asking? Why gbogbo tọkùnrin tó pọ̀tùkì kí ló fẹ́ mú jáde? Ohun tí mo mọ̀ tó dá mi lójú ni pé never, unless tó bá jẹ́ pé bóyá on a special ground, gbogbo tọkùnrin tó pọ̀tùkì kò lè wúlò mọ́ even ní Supreme Court tàbí Supreme Court. Do you know why? Gbogbo tó ṣe èrè kan ti ṣe kan tó dìbò rárá. Ẹ bi àwọn lọ́ọ̀yà léèrè. Gbogbo tó ṣe, gbogbo wáfìdí kókó tán wáyé, ó yẹ kan ti wá síwájú kan tó dìbò rárá. Èyí tí wọ́n bá fi disqualify Tinubu kó má gbé àpótí nìyẹn. But you are using medicine after death. Ó dà, ṣé Amẹ́ríkà máa wá ní kí Tinubu kó lórí oyè ni? Ṣé Amẹ́ríkà ló bá wa yàn ni? Àbí UK ló bá wa yàn? Àbí International Court of Justice lẹ́fẹ́ gbé lọ? Ẹjọ́ tí Supreme Court tá à ń retí máa dá kò tún pọ́ máa review ẹjọ́ tí tribunal dá. Sọ dáadáa àbí wọn dáadáa on ground tó fi dájọ́ yẹn lọ́fẹ́ wọ́n lè gbé any evidence to Supreme Court anymore kí wọ́n gbà wọlé mọ́ unless tí nǹkankan bá ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹjọ́ tó dá yẹn ó ní Supreme Court fẹ́ yẹ̀ wò. ṣẹ́rọ́gbò tátíkù ṣe tínú ẹ̀yìn kan dùn yẹn, you are wasting your time. You are only wasting your time. The only institution tó lè yọ Tinubu kó president Supreme Court ni Supreme Court of Nigeria. Tẹ́ẹ̀bà tí ó bá wá dùn mọ́ yín, take him to International Court of Justice. When you get there, tẹ́ẹ̀bà ní good case, okay. But beside that, kẹwàá rò pé torí tátíkù ṣe ìwà torí ẹ̀ lè Tinubu. It has never happened in Nigeria and it will never happen till die kingdom come. So ẹ jẹ́ ká fa àwọn nǹkan yìí sí, àwọn nǹkan yìí ń fa ìdàpadà sẹ́yìn fún Nàìjíríà ni. When are we going to get there? Olórin kan ní I see you when we get there, see you when you get there. Ǹjọ́ ò la tó fẹ́ get there, ǹjọ́ ò la tó fẹ́ débẹ̀. You have lost, you have lost. Resign to your fate, go back, go and retrace your track, go and be prepared in the next 4 years, come back. But what I say, Kakiri, you don't need it. I don't think Nigeria need it. I don't think so. Ṣebí èèyàn ní Dr. Ruben Abati. It doesn't belong to any party. It talks normal. Bọ́lá ṣe rán ló ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀. Bó ṣe yé sí ló ṣe máa sọ̀rọ̀. You are never a fact. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi the bad and the ugly Nigeria ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ face common goal. Nífẹ̀ẹ́ ìlú wa kò sífẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn ń bẹ̀. Jíká ṣàdúrà fún lórí wa rí pé wọ́n lọ́n bá wa tọ́ sọ́nà o and we need it. Ẹ hate ẹ o, ẹ like ẹ o. Tí ó bá ṣe Nàìjíríà dáadáa gbogbo alájọ máa rí. Tó bá ṣe Nàìjíríà dáadáa gbogbo alájọ máa rí. A lot of things are happening in this country. Tá a need láti ṣe sùúrù. Káwa náà wo báwo la ṣe lè tún ṣe. How can I contribute my own quota to this country and to take it to the highest level? Ló yẹ kó ní kálukú wa máa rò. Kì í ṣe kákọ̀ jí láàárọ̀ kákọ̀ máa criticize ṣá. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ dáadáa fún máa yìí. Ó níjọba wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ o. Á ṣèlú yẹn rábaràbá gbogbo adẹ̀ la máa jìyà ẹ̀. So me, I want to say, let us pray for him. Kọ́lọ́n bá wa tọ́ sọ́nà, kọ́lọ́n bá wa ràn lọ́wọ́, kó lè ṣèlú ìdàdà tọ́mọ Amẹ́ríkà bá jí láàárọ̀ yìí, tọ́mọ UK bá jí láàárọ̀ yìí, wàá gbọ́ God bless that queen. Bọ́mọ Amẹ́ríkà bá jí láàárọ̀ yìí, wàá gbọ́ God bless America. Bí Nigerians bá jí ńkọ́, they might have disappointed us, but we have new government that is just a baby. A baby of 3 months. Mi rò pé yẹ máa ti retí kó máa pawó wálé o. Let us be patient for the government of the day. Tọ́lọ́mbà náà máa ṣe dáadáa, gbogbo ayé ò lè dá wọn dúró. This is 63 years. A fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà náà dá dúró. Tíjọba ìtọ́lọ́mbà lò sábàbí fún wa, á jẹ́ dùnnú fún wa. Tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe otherwise, a tún wá criticize ẹ̀. It's not a big deal. But for us to be criticizing blindly, ká máa fi hàn gbogbo ayé pé mo tako ẹ̀ torí pé mo sáfẹ́ kókó lójọba kó dá o. Ìyá la máa bá bọ̀ mbẹ̀. Bá mi play video àwọn Ruben Abati kí n fi yẹn máa lọ. Ẹ ṣé o.
What will make us ascertain who is who is when that document is released. And please, it's not about Atiku Abubakar. It's about the integrity of the seat of the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is a cry for all Nigerians. It is sad enough that the President legal team has said it's going to cause him irreparable damage. I keep asking, for what irreparable damage? For your own results and transcript to be released? If you're a private citizen, nobody cares about your transcript and your result. But now you're a public citizen. You belong to us, Nigerians. And we have a right to scrutinize all of your documents. And why are you hiding it? In the space of 3 days, 2 appeals against releasing the document. Now you are saying, only release the one I limited to the one I submitted to. No, the whole thing must be in public glare for accountability's sake. Isn't it sad enough that they are reporting the case on American media and we're having certificate discrepancy as regards the office of the President of Nigeria? What is going on? So President Tinubu, you claimed that you are an A-class student. You are very cerebral. We want to see your glowing academic records in your transcripts. That's all. We've had some schoolmates come out and say that they went to school with you at the same time and all of that. There's even a document circulating that somebody filed and said, oh, under oath, I was this. Let's see the glowing academic record you claim you have, pure and simple. Because this is the seat of the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here.
Rufai Oseni, are you the one that sent the president to school? Did you pay the dime in his school fees? Why do you want to see any result? Why? For what? See the result for what? Kí ló fẹ́ rí result ẹ̀ fún? Ìtókùn ẹ̀ oní diploma to chop meat, and you people have verified that. Ṣé ẹ rò pé gbogbo kan tẹ́ ẹ ṣe yẹn lè lọ gbóbi wá kó wá rúùlù wa ni? You people are liars. Má bá play ẹ lọ, ó dàbọ̀.
So when there are people that say they need a document, I think you should be wholeheartedly release it to them and the whole document so that they can see everything, not just limited it to some. Because this is getting shocking by the day. This should be a no-brainer. In fact, before now, and this is not about Atiku Abubakar. This is about the integrity of the seat of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. CSU claimed you came there. You graduated from there. So, hey, why is your school documents and credentials a problem? Why are you having 2 appeals to block them? What's going on? Waiting they happen.
Okay, 2 basic things. This is a matter of law. It's not about sentiments or emotions or personal opinion. We're dealing with 2 different jurisdictions.
Kọ́kọ́ tí Dr. Ruben Abati, ẹ máa gbé sí tó fún o, máa play ẹ lọ.
In this particular forum, you know, there are issues in the law of international civil litigation about forum, about jurisdictions, and all of that. I don't need to bore you with the details again this morning. If you look at the U.S. system, under the U.S. system, you have your right to privacy. Except that right to privacy can only be, breached in the public interest. The U.S. is not in a position, whether it's the district court of the Eastern Division or whatever division, to determine the public interest of Nigeria in this particular case. So what Tinubu's counsel have done is to simply say that, look, he has a right to privacy, which is respected in the U.S. jurisdiction. He has not said don't release the records, but he's saying, look, limit it to the diploma, which is relevant here. Because according to his counsel, what was declared in the INEC form is the diploma. So just restrict it to it. After all, I imagine that what they are saying is that it's not Atiku Abubakar that paid the school fees. So if he paid his own school fees, he is entitled, as a matter of right, to his own academic records. Okay? That's one point that is very clear. But we wait what Judge Maldonado, would decide at the end of the day. The second point here is that Tinubu's counsel are saying that Magistrate Jeffrey Gilbert erred in law by providing, giving a 48-hour ultimatum that all relevant documents and records should be released. That's the second issue before the present court, to determine. Okay? And third, Tinubu's counsel are also questioning the basis for this discovery request, or the order of mandamus requested for discovery for use in a foreign jurisdiction, which is a very important point in international law of civil litigation. And they are saying, look, it's of no moment within the Nigerian jurisdiction, because you will recall that the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal had ruled that, look, Tinubu and his running mate were fit and proper persons eligible to run and have been validly elected. So if you go to the Supreme Court, Tinubu's counsel are saying it cannot be used because the Supreme Court is not a court of evidence. you are required to have front-loaded your evidence and pleadings at the lower court. So this is the situation, but let us not prejudge what the court will come up with. But what Tinubu's counsel, what they have done within the province of the law is, perfectly within their rights to do so. Okay? The critical issue that they have also raised is a point about whether whatever discovery comes out of this can be used in a court of law in Nigeria. Now, the major point that Don Pedro Obaseki made was that, look, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, if it is confronted with, compelling facts, may consider fresh evidence. I have made this same point on this platform, that this will be under exceptional circumstances, and the judgment in that regard is left to the Supreme Court, that will consider the weight of the evidence, the relevance of it, and the admissibility. So it's not as if it is automatic. So if their lordships decide that, look, this is irrelevant, then of course they are not bound by what a court in a foreign jurisdiction tells them. What they will consider will be whether not considering that discovery will amount to a miscarriage of justice. So it's entirely at the discretion of that appeals court. And that's why I keep saying nobody should get carried away about all of this. Now, Don Pedro Obaseki is saying, the reason they want to bring this out is because that Bola Tinubu was a woman. Okay, that's his claim. Nobody has established that. So let us wait for the discovery first before we begin to jump to conclusions. And this is not new. Barack Obama, when he was seeking to be president of the United States, there were issues, similar issues. The Republicans wanted his academic records. He found himself in this same situation. And he said, no, his privacy should be respected. People who did not pay his school fees should not come and be asking for his academic records. It was the same with President Trump. It was the same thing with President Bush. They have something in the US they call Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, FEPA. It is under that, that these persons argue that access to a student's records can be limited. If you didn't pay my school fees, don't come and say, bring all the records. So in other words, Tinubu's counsel have not done anything that is extraordinary. What Bush, Trump, and Obama pleaded was that, look, this was opposition people trying to do mischief. And it is precisely the same line that Tinubu's counsel have told. They are saying this is busybody, a fishing expedition by opposition people. So within the province of law, these are the issues that will be considered, not sentiments. This is the gravamen of the matter, in my view.
BGI TV yìí mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ ti ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. BGI TV mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ ti ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Àjànà kú kọjá mo rí nǹkan fèrè, bàbá rìnrìn káwí parí. BGI TV, we are the pace setters. Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.